Okay, let's dive right into this. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to be unpacking a topic that is literally all around us and yet completely out of sight. It's called the invisible feast, addressing the microplastics crisis. My absolute goal today is to break down this really complex environmental and health issue into clear, structured, and super easy to understand takeaways. We're going to map out exactly what is happening right under our noses, and honestly, more importantly, what we can actually do about it. So are you ready to see what's hiding in plain sight? Let's get started. Section 1, the hidden problem and invisible threat. We aren't just dealing with a giant plastic bottle washed up on a beach somewhere. The real danger we're discussing today is way more insidious, mostly because it goes entirely unseen in our daily lives. Take a look at this quote, because it brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're up against. Read it with me. You can't see it, but you eat it every day. I really want that to sink in for a second. We aren't just talking about abstract pollution out in the ocean somewhere. We are talking about something you are blindly consuming, literally on a daily basis. It creates a very visceral stake for this explainer, doesn't it? When we can't see a threat, well, we tend to ignore it. But the source material makes it crystal clear. Our lack of vision doesn't change the reality of our daily feast.
So how do we formally define this invisible threat? The term is microplastics. And the strict definition? Well, these are tiny plastic particles that are less than 5 millimeters in size. Think about that measurement for a minute. 5 millimeters. That is incredibly small. Actually, some are so microscopic they completely evade the naked human eye. But hey, don't let their tiny size fool you. Because they are so small, they can easily slip right through filtration systems, travel vast distances, and embed themselves in environments where they absolutely do not belong.
So where are these microscopic particles actually coming from? The answers might totally shock you. It's not just obvious plastic waste breaking down over time. It's everyday items. Take clothes, for example. When we wash synthetic fabrics, they shed tiny plastic fibers straight down the drain. Or tires. The simple friction of driving grinds rubber down into this fine plastic dust that just coats our roads. And even cosmetics, everyday personal care products that we scrub directly onto our bodies. This really emphasizes the massive scale and the absolute ubiquity of the issue. This isn't just some heavy industrial problem. It's a byproduct of our basic, everyday modern existence. We are literally surrounded by the sources of microplastics from the moment we wake up. Section 2. The plastic journey. From environment to plate. Now that we know what they are and where they come from, let's move along and see how this builds. We have to look at the chronological journey these plastics take. Like, how exactly do they get from our everyday objects into our fragile ecosystem and ultimately back to us? Well, this journey is a highly direct, horrifyingly efficient life cycle. Step 1. They enter our water systems, rivers, oceans, municipal water supplies, basically flowing from our washing machines and roads right into the waterways. Step 2. They move into the fish and the broader food chain. The aquatic life absorbs or mistakenly eats these tiny floating particles. And finally, Step 3. The human body. The direct, inescapable path from the rivers to our dinner plates is completely finished. We create the waste, it floods the water, the fish consume it, and then we consume the fish. We are quite literally eating our own everyday waste.
Section 3. Problem to solution. Taking action today.
Okay, let's pivot away from the grim reality of that plastic journey. Yes, the invisible feast is daunting, but we are absolutely not helpless. Let's focus on immediate empowerment and the actionable steps we can take right now to start making a real difference. So the crucial point is that this is a shared responsibility. The source material outlines 3 clear, actionable solutions for us. First, reduce plastic. That starts with our individual choices, cutting off the source at its root before it even becomes waste. Second, improve waste management. We need much better systems to capture these materials before they ever have the chance to reach the rivers and oceans. And third, support research and education. We have to understand this invisible threat better and spread the word to others. This is our problem to solve. A unified challenge for both Bangladesh, where the specific source material highlights the issue, and honestly the entire world. It requires action at every single level of society. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. The microplastics crisis thrives on being unseen and unknown. Awareness is the very first step to breaking the cycle, right? If we don't know it's there, we can't possibly fight it. So just as our final call to action notes, follow for more problem to solution videos. We encourage you to keep learning, keep engaging with this kind of structured explainers, and keep looking for the solutions hidden within the problems. So what do you think? Are you ready to change your daily habits to stop the invisible feast? Thanks so much for joining me.